Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Oh, I can see some guys are on YouTube. They are saying they are here already. Good evening and welcome to the Pre-SMFEST conversations. Welcome to the Pre-SMFEST conversation. Please, if you don't mind, can you register your presence on this call on the comment section? Tell us your name and where you are watching from. Tell us your name and where you are watching from. And if you don't still mind, go share this video to your audience across WhatsApp, Facebook, everywhere. Send out the videos to your friends. Hello, Mr. Excel. Thank you, guy. Moses just said, hello, Mr. Excel. Victor said, I'm salivating already. Thank you. So, come on. What you can do for anybody who you love tonight is to get them on this call. Anybody who you love tonight, get them on this call because it is going to be like never before. Right? Thank you. People are dropping where they're watching from Warri. Okay. Susan Chooks from Cameroon. Lucky from Abuja. Great. Good to have you guys. Samuel Daniel from Osun State. This guy says he's watching from Nigeria, so we have to know where in Nigeria he's watching from. I'm Samuel Chima watching from Owerri. Good. I'm Kindness watching from Futo. We have Anambra. So as you can see, people are all over the country on this conversation tonight. This person, Flourish, is watching from Lagos. We have Abuja, Onitsha. So you can see people are watching from different places. Aba. Okay. So I want to be sure where you are watching from and do us a favor by inviting your friends on the call. Okay. So send out this link to your friends and let them know that we are live already. Okay. This is watching from Ogun State. Here from Asaba. It says Excel from Ebonyi. Okay. Ibadan. Ondo. Newi, Anambra. So people are watching from all over. The beautiful thing about tonight's conversation is that it is going to be a transformation for you. You know, I have had a taste of who we are going to be listening to tonight. And I said, any other person within my space needs to have the same taste. If you have met our speaker for tonight anywhere, you will know that it is, I always tell the super mentor that he's like new every morning. You can't get tired of listening or watching him or listening to what he has to share. Consistently beating my imagination every point in time. So we have a lot of people on this call. King is watching from Abuja. Omar here. We have Abuja. So come on, go tell your friends that it is time for the call that they registered for, because this night it is going to be a beautiful night for you. Sometimes there is a certain day, if you notice, anybody who have become anything, there is always a certain day, a particular that they met someone or they heard something. And I'm certain that this night is one of those certain nights. I kid you not, write it somewhere that this night is going to be a different night for your entire life. Jehu is from Cape Coast, Ghana, watching from Cape Coast, Ghana. So what am I saying? I'm saying that this night you're going to be having an experience. So, the topic we gave to the meeting this night is the algorithms of wealth creation, and I know you have seen it, and you are waiting to hear from the master of wealth creation processes. So, I'll begin by sharing some things with us. And if you're just joining this conversation, this is a pre-SMFEST conversation. So SMFEST is happening on the 19th of October, 2024. But this is like our pre-event conversation. I told the team that this year we're going to add so much value to anyone who will be a part of the SMFEST story that they will be like, how are we getting all of this? Okay, today's event is possibly going to be your turnaround tonight. I'm telling you the whole truth. In the next few minutes, you're going to be having the best experience of your life with Dr. Ugochukwu Omeogu, who I prefer to call the master of wealth creation processes and a super mentor. We call him the mentor of other mentors. So I want you to get ready. Normally when we have calls like this, you actually have to dress up and be in assuming you are attending a seminar somewhere, right? You need to dress up and look and be prepared for it. That is how you should be. Please get your pen, get a paper, get a coffee, get water, keep by your side. I have my water, I have my notes. So this night it is going to be back to back. So, but before we get Mr. Ugo on board, who is going to be our facilitator tonight, I want to share a little thing I have learned from Mr. Ugo, and which I put somewhere in a document. And I've been able to draw some of my own conclusions, because Mr. Ugo says the reason for teaching and training is so that you can be able to draw your own conclusions and be able to execute. So you don't have to. Mr. Ugo says the reason for mentoring is that the more he mentors you, the less you need him. So he has been able to guide me in a lot of things that I have been able to draw some conclusions when it comes to money, finance, Thank you, everyone who is on this call. I see a lot of big names on this call. Thank you, sir, for showing up. Thank you. See a big brother on the call. Thank you, sir, for showing up. Okay, so I want to begin. I want to share a little insight with you. Then our facilitator tonight will join us. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so if you're happy to be here tonight, so let me start with this. I wrote this some time ago in my document. I said I will share. There are about 15 things I wrote here, especially when it comes to creating wealth for yourself. So I'll give you a little insight on them, and Mr. Ugo will join us on the call. So I wrote this as unpopular assertions. It may not be popular, but these are things that will guide you if you want to amass wealth. Number one, you can begin to write it down. I say, one, you must have to learn to live below your means. You must have to learn to live below your means. It is not the amount of money that you make that matters. It is the amount that you're able to keep that makes one rich or wealthy. You must have to learn to live below your means. Number two, never live in a house that needs prayer points for the rent. I said, never live in a house that needs prayer points for the rent. You know, where as your rent is getting due, you're praying in church, oh my Father, let the rent come. Anytime you start praying for your house rent, know you are not living in the right place. Am I communicating? So these are just the people I want to share with you. Then Mr. Ugo will be on the call. And number 3, I said, never send your child to a school that needs prayer points for the school fees. Okay? Somebody will be like, I don't have a child yet. Why is talking about that? You're going to be a parent very soon. We all are parents. If you're single, you're a parent waiting for time. You are somebody's husband, somebody's wife waiting for time. So this can save you in the next few years. Number 4, I said, never buy a car that needs prayer points for the spare parts. Especially now that there is fuel scarcity. Some people have cars that they cannot fuel anymore. And number 4, I said, never give an offering in church or anywhere that you will start demanding the return from God instantly. Okay, and for those who are getting married very soon, I say, never make a wedding budget that will make you quarrel with your friends because they refuse to lend you money. Hello, I hope I'm communicating. Never make a wedding budget that will make you quarrel with your friends because they refuse to lend you money. Then number 7, stop measuring your life against your neighbors. You don't know who is sponsoring them. Stop measuring your life against your neighbors because you don't know who is sponsoring them. Number 8, someone who you met last year might be harvesting the fruit of the planting season that they did 7 years ago. You just meet someone and they are, oh, this guy is living large. You think it's just like that. They might just be harvesting what they planted 7 years ago. And somehow, many of us, that 7 years ago, we didn't even have a direction for our lives. Is anybody getting my point? And I now said here, by all means, live below your means. Remember, poverty is when what you spend is perpetually above what you earn. That is what makes a man poor. Poverty is when what you earn is perpetually below, when what you spend is perpetually below what you earn. If it is always, and when this happens, it leads to borrowing. Borrow to pay. As this continues, you mess up your relationships, get into unending spiral hole of debt. When this happens, you mess up relationships and get into unending spiral hole of debt. And I advise here, as we are doing this now, this is where my point is. This thing I've said is leading to what I want to say now. I say, be guided by the wisdom of a practical life. Be guided by the wisdom of a practical life. And that is why you're already in this class tonight. Because someone who is going to be teaching you is someone who has practical results. And I now said here, always find company with men of wisdom. It will save you years of struggles. Always find company with men of wisdom. It will save you years of struggle. So, with this said, I want to bring onto this call someone who is going to show us the algorithms of wealth creation. Why algorithms of wealth creation? I don't know. When I coined that topic, I was like, hope you're not bringing tech language into this. In my year 1, I learned about algorithms as the processes, the logic you put together to get an outcome. When you are trying to get your code to perform a certain kind of function, there's an algorithm for that. And I know that for someone to become wealthy, there has to be an algorithm that if you follow, you will get to that point. And I think There is no other person more powerful or more experienced or more knowledgeable to teach that than the master of wealth creation processes himself. And as such, if your keyboards are not busy with something else, if you're watching me tonight and you think I've said the right thing, we are bringing on board the master of wealth creation processes. Please, sir, just stay there. Let me see if people are happy that you're coming on board. If you're happy that Mr. Ugo is with us in this class, I don't think you guys understand the value of who is coming to teach us tonight. I don't know if you understand yet, but I know you will by the end of the conversation. So if you are happy that Mr. Ugo is coming to join us on this call, I wanted to drop some welcome emojis. If it is fire, drop it. Say something to Mr. Ugo. Please, the guys at the back end, let's see people appreciate our guest tonight. Our mentor, Mr. Ugo said, don't say I'm a guest though, because he has seen SMFEST from the point of conception, and he has been with us. He has been the person guiding us and showing us what we are doing. If you see SMFEST doing really well, it is because there is a mentor at the background who is saying, don't do this. Mr. Ugo told me something in 2022, and I obeyed, and the results showed up. Come on, sometimes a day, a moment with a mentor can save you 5 years of struggle. I'm telling you. And we have him tonight on this call. I want you to say something. I want you to welcome Mr. Ugo on this call. I want to be seeing that. Then I'll announce his coming. I don't know if do we have Mr. Ugo's profile on this call? Oh, okay. I don't think we do, but hopefully you will see it someday. I don't think somehow you may not need to see the profile. You will see, instead of watching the profile, you're going to see the profile himself in the next few minutes. If your hands are not busy, I don't know if you can shout from where you are in your house. Please go ahead and do that, because Mr. Ugo is ready to blow our mind. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Please, you have the floor right now. You have the floor right now, sir.
Omeogu is a workplace attitude and peak performance expert, a premium business mentor, career and life coach. He runs private executive mentoring and coaching programs for top corporate executives. Ugochukwu's mentoring and coaching experience and skills were developed at JP Morgan Chase Bank in the United States, where he was the lead facilitator of the performance management review. Ugochukwu Omeogu's debut in the network marketing industry was gradually followed by huge success, having worked his way up to be the top global leader. Ugochukwu Omeogu is a workplace attitude and peak performance expert, a premium business strategist, mentor, career and life coach. He is the chief visionary leader of Merignos Consulting and Mentoring Limited, a foremost Pan-African company focusing on study, research, teaching and certified knowledge as a primary asset for the process of wealth creation. Ugochukwu Omeogu's mentoring and coaching experience and skills were developed at JP Morgan Chase Bank in the United States, where he was the lead facilitator in the Performance Management Review, PMR. Ugochukwu Omeogu holds a bachelor's degree in accounting, and he was a certified tax specialist in the United States of America, a diploma in SMEs, creating growth through entrepreneurship and innovation at Galilee International Management Institute, Israel. With over 15 years of practice and experience in facilitating strategic management, business, and investment training, he has facilitated programs and trained for JP Morgan Chase Bank, USA, Central Bank of Nigeria, Angel Foundation USA, Zenith Bank PLC, Fidelity Bank PLC, EcoBank PLC, Polaris Bank PLC, Staco Insurance, Bank of Industry Nigeria, Century Energy Services Limited, ITEX Integrated Software and Systems Limited, Dimeth Pharmaceuticals PLC, ExxonMobil, City Trust Holdings PLC, and TF Financial Services Ghana, among others. Being the founder of the Wealthineer Business Learning Community, he has birthed many top leaders in diverse industries through his world-class training sessions, masterclasses, coaching, and private mentorship sessions. Ugochukwu Omeogu is regarded as the premium business strategist and mentor for success based on his long-standing record of raising successful leaders. Ugochukwu Omeogu is sitting on different boards of companies and runs private mentoring programs for business owners, network marketing entrepreneurs, and corporate executives of Fortune 500 companies. An ardent learner and great listener, deep in his thought processes, passionate, dynamic, intense, and exceptional. Meet the certified knowledge champion, premium business mentor, and master of wealth creation processes. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the certified knowledge champion, Ugochukwu Omeogu.
All right. This is incredible. Once again, I'm excited. Definitely excited to be here again. And Excel Ajay, you've been an incredible young man who is, breaking boundaries and setting new standards, and now you're doing it again. What I know about SMFEST is a sacrifice you're making for this generation. As young as you are, you have all started giving out back to the society, trying to lay foundation for people to find their light and find their purpose. Okay, and everyone here on this call tonight, I want to appreciate all of you, and please help me to appreciate Excel Ajay for going out of his way to put this revolutionary platform on the face of the earth. Please, let's appreciate Excel Ajay for putting SMFEST on board. I mean, this young man has spent millions of money, millions of naira, the first time, second time, third time, and it's still going. Okay, that's a lot of sacrifice, especially as young as you are. This is incredible. You're an iconic figure to emulate. Okay, and I hope that everyone on this call tonight will think about, what can I do to my country? What can I give back to my country? We know that the country, Nigeria, has gone through a lot of bad leadership, but hey, we have great men here on this call. Okay, so tonight we're going to look at the concept of wealth creation, which I think is fundamental for all human beings. Wealth education is your fundamental human right. You have the right to be wealth educated. And I always tell people, any education that is not built on wealth education is a scam. I have seen people who go all out to do their masters and PhDs, and they struggle to feed their family. I've seen people who have gone all manner of certifications. The amount of energy and time people put in professional education seem to be undermined by lack of wealth education. A lot of time, energy, travel, dedication people put on different certifications, which are very wonderful. But if you see the amount of reward, the quality of reward they get for all this energy, it's not worth the time and the expertise they put in. And the reason is because the fundamental education that gives value to your professional education is wealth education. Anyone who does not teach his children how to trade is as though he teaches them how to steal. And all of the countries in the world, from Dubai, from UAE, United Kingdom, USA, Germany, China, Japan, Russia, France, all of these wonderful countries. The reason why these countries are doing very well is because at the heart of the culture of this country's economy is wealth education. If wealth education is not saturated in this economy, no matter how brilliant each and every one of us are, it's not going to change the trajectory of our country. So I am an advocate, a proponent of making sure that this type of knowledge gets to every single child born in Africa. And Evolve, which is the theme of this SM Fest is also pivotal to making sure this type of knowledge is promoted and spread around the world, especially in Africa. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready into the journey of wealth creation. And most importantly, please make sure each and every one of you get your ticket for October the 19th, if I'm correct, either 19th or 14th, but SM Fest 2024 is going to be loaded, is going to be hot and really amazing. So, wealth education, wealth, the algorithm of wealth. This concept of wealth creation is to underline or stress that wealth is a science. Wealth creation is a science, just like medicine is a science. Just like building an aeroplane is a science, building a car, building a yacht, sewing your clothes. There are certain fundamental principles and science that is around anything that needs to be sustainable. And I always say this: poor people look for cash, rich men look for knowledge. Poor people look for cash, rich men look for knowledge. You can stumble on cash, but you cannot stumble on wealth. Wealth is created through a process. And the word wealth originally is a Hebrew word for kahil. The word that was spelled for wealth in Hebrew is K-H-A-H-I-L, kahil. And what it means is virtue. Virtue, the inherent traits, the inherent giftings of God in humanity. The word wealth means so many things, but at the root of it is virtue. It means resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. Okay? It means vigor. It means energy. It means men. So when I ask people, how many of you would want to be wealthy? When I ask people, how many of you, when I'm teaching in the program and I ask them, how many of you want to be wealthy? People raise their hands most times. And I ask another question. I ask the men in the class, how many of you want to be men? Look at me crazy. Why you ask? I said, I'm a man already. I ask the ladies, how many of you want to be women? They look at me crazy, like, come on, I'm a man. Are you okay? And I ask, how many of you want to be wealthy? They raise your hand. And it means the way the men know that they are men by the virtue of the unique intrinsic values, intrinsic DNA of their body, they know they are men. The same way women know without me telling them that they are women by the unique biological set of genes. How come that you don't know that at birth you came with all the virtues that God needs you to have to become successful? All of the things that you need inside of you already there. So you are wealthy at birth. The day you were born, it came with the virtues of God. The talent was already embedded in you. All the capacity to create is better than you. So you are already wealthy. The only challenge is that in as much as you are wealthy, you have not developed those virtues into values for humanity. You have not developed all of the internal giftings of God, all the creative, inherent traits that you have. You have not put knowledge to it to be able to convert those virtues from their raw state into services to mankind. So as you are watching me right now, you are actually wealthy. The only difference, you have not converted your wealth into riches. You have not created an understanding and a process of defining, itemizing, recognizing, and by extension, educating yourself to bring all of these virtues that you have into what will serve society. So this program is to help you to understand the different stages and sequence and processes that you need to go through to not just identify, but also convert all of your virtues, some of your virtues, into something that can serve society. Now, you can be wealthy and broke, which means you can have all the virtues, you can have all of the capacities, but it's still not serving anyone. Okay. If I ask you right now, if you guys are watching me and I'm seeing you guys, and I ask you if you are kind and honest, raise your hand. I'm sure most of you will raise your hand. If you're kind, honest, if you're a very faithful person, if you're someone that is loving, You will raise your hand. Absolutely. If I ask if you're kind, loving, and faithful and broke, most of you will still raise your hand, because in as much as you have all these virtues, which is wealth, but it has not translated into riches for you. It has not translated into, assets, into, cars, stocks, all of the things that you need to function and facilitate your existence on earth. So wealth is the summation of your virtue. Write this down. Wealth is the summation of your virtue, the aggregation of all the beautiful things God has put inside of you the day you were born. All of us are born wealthy, but we need to create, services to convert those things into riches. Okay, so wealth is the summation of your virtue. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is business. Now, listen to this. Business is a social contract to provide value and services to humanity for an economic return. Business is a social contract. Business is a means through which you can serve humanity. Business is a means through which you can provide value and services and goods to people, and in helping them, meet their needs or want or whatever they want, and in exchange for that, you get economic returns. So there is no reason why anyone should be poor. There's a place in the Bible. Okay, I'm going to talk about it. To be wealthy, you must have knowledge. 3 levels of knowledge for you to have to create wealth, which I'm going to talk about just to lay the foundation. The first level of knowledge you must have to create wealth is revelational knowledge. This is the knowledge that you get from the study of the Word of God. This revelational knowledge is the foundation for wealth creation. I see people who are running around trying to create wealth without tapping into the God nature, into that divine spark that makes you see something beyond your circumstances, that makes you see something beyond your family background. People try to create wealth based on their effort and logic. But what would people, for example, like all the richest men in the world, I can tell you, when they were making their businesses, they are not, most times, are not trying to solve a problem of poverty. Most of them are trying to change the world, and from a place of vision. Okay, so the first level of knowledge for wealth creation is revelational knowledge, which is gotten from the study of the Word of God. And this is where your relationship with God makes a lot of sense, where you can now begin to see vision. Okay, revelational knowledge gives you a vision. It tells you about the infinite possibilities in your life. It tries to bring the consciousness of the universal creative force, which we call God in different religions. Okay, now, but when you have vision, it's not enough to have vision. It's not enough. If you have vision, which is a spark of an infinite unfolding possibilities, you're seeing beyond where you are. The next level of knowledge that can help you to manifest that vision and create wealth is theoretical knowledge. This knowledge is the knowledge that deals with strategy on how to achieve the vision and manifest the vision you already saw in revelational knowledge. Okay, so strategy is another type of knowledge. And what is it? Write this down. Strategy is finding out the most effective and efficient way to get results in the shortest possible time with least effort and least resources. Strategy is finding the most effective and efficient way to get results, to achieve whatever you want in the shortest possible time with least resources and least effort. So strategy, which is theoretical knowledge, is about getting results when it matters. I don't want you to achieve your life goal on a deathbed. I don't want you to achieve your life goal when you are sick. What matters is, can you achieve your goal with less effort without stressing your life too much? That's the essence of theoretical knowledge, which is about strategy. So the third level of knowledge is experiential knowledge. This is the knowledge that you get from mentorship. This is the knowledge that you get from those who are already having the result you are looking for and being in their space for them to guide you to develop certain competencies. Okay? And time will fail me to talk about the 6 levels of competence you need to develop for you to execute the strategy, and then manifest your vision. And what is the essence of experiential knowledge? The essence of experiential knowledge is to develop the requisite competence to be able to execute the strategies to manifest the vision that you already had. Okay, so in the algorithm of wealth creation is to lay out in sequence, thought by thought, sequence by sequence, the processes and the seasons you need to go through to be able to move from idea of that's in your head to finally, with product and services for the society, and then create an engagement of a sales process and business process to be able to help you get returns on your thought. I read a book by Richard Branson. He said that people call me a businessman. That's what he said in the book. That people think I'm a businessman in the sense that I build companies and I make money. But what they don't know that every company I have came as a result of the ideas in my head. As I can speak to you right now, Richard Branson has over 400 companies under his management. 400 companies. He said, what they don't know is that he is first an ideologist before he's a businessman, which means all of his businesses that he runs came from the ideas that he had. So fundamentally, there's a place of vision. If you don't have vision, if you do not develop vision, sorry. I had code today. Okay, I had code today, so please bear with me. So, essentially, these are the three levels of knowledge. Okay. These are the three levels of knowledge. And so how does that got to do with anything? If you go to the dollar bill, in the American dollar bill, you will see that America, first of all, is the largest economy on the face of the earth. United States of America is the largest economy on the face of the earth. Now, on the dollar bill, you will see in God we trust. In God we trust. Which means the founding fathers of America were men of faith. In God we trust. If you see that, it is still there till tomorrow. Which means at the foundation of the country called America, the men that set it up had vision of a country they wanted. And they attributed that vision to their relationship with God. Till tomorrow, that thing is not that currency. Even with all the things they're talking about America, different ideologies, people coming in, transgender this, transgender that, all of this is this generation of Americans are doing. They have not changed the foundation of their fathers. So listen, gentlemen, I'm telling you today, one of the greatest capacity you have, the capacity of God. And wealth creation is not America's concept. It's not European concept. It is God's concept. I would like you to fall back to the concept of God as the primary driving force for your life, to outsmart every circumstances life has thrown at you, to know that knowing that you have the intrinsic nature of God, that in and of itself is enough courage to say, I can build the life I want. I can build the business that will change the world. And that will be a visionary statement. And that statement will be true. Because visionary statements are not logical statements. If you say today that I'm going to build the biggest, largest company of any particular area in life you want to do, that will be true. Okay? That will be true. Okay? That will be true. And it is not logical because there is no fact to support that you have the capacity to put that back again. sorry for that. So that being said, I'm back. So that being said, guys, I'm so sorry for that. I'm running some cold, so I think I've canceled this today because I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. So you can see that, okay? And then, what is the algorithm of wealth? There are 7 steps, 7 sequences that I've identified that help me to create wealth, to build businesses around the world. I have clientele from different parts of the world, from Asia and North America, the Western world. I have clients who engage my services, my consulting services, and mentorship program on different continents, and they all pay in different currencies. And I live here in Nigeria, and I have a global audience because the concept of wealth is God's concept. And write this down: wealth is in people. Wealth is not in the place. Wealth is not in America. Wealth is not in London. Wealth is not in Nigeria. Wealth is wherever people are. Wherever there are human beings, there is wealth amongst people. So what you do is to find out the virtues and the values you can give to people, and they will give you money back in return. But what if your concept of wealth is universal, is God-driven? That means you can serve any humanity anywhere on this planet and be successful as humanity. You don't need to physically jump from Nigeria to create global products. You don't have to physically live Nigeria as a country, to the UK, to the US. You can create wealth from anywhere in the world if you understand the concept and the algorithm of wealth. So there are 7 sequences of creating wealth. Write it down. And then this 7 sequence is broken into 2 categories. The first category is what is called foundational logic of wealth. Foundational logic of wealth, which is the basic knowledge about how and the process of creating wealth. Okay, and then the second foundation, the second category is transcendental logic. Transcendental logic of creating wealth. Now you just like. Okay. So, first of all, what's algorithm? Just write this down. Algorithm is the sequence and the logic and the process of how to calculate an outcome. The sequence and the logic and the processes of how to calculate an outcome. So the algorithm of wealth simply means, what are the processes I need to follow? What are this level of knowledge and the sequence for which I can use to create wealth? And I have 7 of them that I've identified, and I'm going to show it to you right now on this call. So get your paper. Let's get started on the logic of wealth creation. So the logic of wealth education. If you look on the screen, you will see that economic life is an enormously complicated hive of activity with people buying, selling, bargaining, investing, persuading, and threatening. Business is a complex issue, requires a lot of knowledge to decipher the process of creating business. The reason why most time people fall out of business and they don't do it is because they are not ready to think through the sophistication of process, okay, of business, how to create wealth. So if you look here, you're going to see that wealth, like I said earlier, is a summation of virtue. The resources of God in your mind, your creativity in itself, raw, is wealth. Your ability to think is wealth. Your ability to discern is wealth. Your common sense is wealth. And it is given to you by God. It's not given to you by man. If you look at Deuteronomy 8:18, it says, "You shall remember the Lord thy God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers as it is this day." So in other words, wealth is generational. Wealth power is from God. I want you to understand that every single person on this call today that is listening to me, you are wealthy. You have an enormous capacity that is attributed to you, given to you at birth with the way God has made you. But he says that it is for generational. So when you are doing a business that is not meant to outlive you, you're not creating wealth. Okay? So then, education means to draw from within. The word educere means to draw from within. Wealth education. Education is to draw from within, to draw out those innate capacities, innate capabilities, those virtues, those talents that are inside of you. The essence of education is to bring it out, which is what I'm going to try to do tonight. But school is general. School teaches you on curriculum. It's an external impact of how to get something done that's already been done by other people. But education focuses on drawing out the innate, unique set of virtues and values, the innate, unique set of talent that you have. The essence of education is to bring those things out into the visibility and service of humanity. That's what education is. So school is general, education is personal. You don't educate people in mass, right? So the 7 algorithm of wealth education. Two categories I've explained. Number 1 is foundational algorithm, foundational logic. And number 2 is transcendental logic, which is the logic that is beyond foundation. So number 1 logic is wealth creation. Please write it down. Wealth creation simply means that you are about to identify your virtues for the purpose of turning those virtues into commercial products and services. You ask yourself, what values do I have? What virtues do I have? What talent do I have? How can I convert these values or these virtues, this talent, into what can serve humanity? When I did my first degree, when I took my JAMB, the first course I filled in my JAMB form was philosophy. As a young child, I've always loved wisdom. As a young child, I love enigma, riddles. If you see me speak Igbo, you think I'm a man of 500 years old. When I was a little kid, I'm fascinated by idioms and proverbs. As a young child, I have that innate, I'm easily drawn to wisdom. I want to learn. I hang out with older people. I want to learn. But when I filled my form, my JAMB form, I put philosophy there and I smashed the JAMB score. But when I got into school, my dad told me to change my course to accounting because my dad was looking at the fact that if I finish my philosophy first degree, who is going to employ me? So he made me change from philosophy to accounting. And I read accounting. In my first year in my philosophy, I had a first class. I had 4.8 GPA. That is because studying, philosophy was so natural to me as a talent, as something I'm gifted with. But guess what? When I changed to accounting, I was struggling. I graduated with 2.2 in accounting. But meanwhile, in that which was given to me naturally, I was not struggling with it. So wealth creation demands you to start your life goal in wealth creation by identifying the things that come to you, that gives you a sense of happiness, that God is giving into you as a virtue. The only thing we know as talent is football, music, but there are other things that is hidden inside of you that is a given to you. You don't have to comedy. So many things that you know that doing that give you a sense of relief and joy and fulfillment. So creation of wealth is, first of all, identify these virtues. You must identify these virtues. Then when you identify, the problem people do is because they are looking for money, they abandon their virtues. It is poverty that makes people abandon what they're gifted at in the pursuit of money. And there's nothing as disappointing and frustrating in looking for money. And the more you look for money, the more it runs away from you. You know why? Money does not go to those who need it. It only goes to those who create value. So money is a slave to value. Money is a slave to value. Value is a slave to knowledge. Knowledge is a slave to study. Study is a slave to learning. Take it again. Money does not go to those who look for it. It doesn't go to those who need it. It only goes to those who create value. So once you identify a particular value or virtue in your life, you begin to study to create knowledge around those areas and begin to find a way to say these questions to yourself. How can I serve people with my virtue? What services can my virtue bring to people? That's a question I ask. Since the money I have made in my life, the millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars I made in my life did not come from accounting. It came from teaching. It came from philosophy. It came from consulting. When I worked in the bank in the US, the amount of money I have made teaching, no bank has paid me that kind of money. Imagine I have to go back to my first law of philosophy. I'm not a millionaire today based on the accounting services I provide. I don't even practice accounting. So listening to me right now, you have been pressured to look for money, but today I'm reminding you, go back and ask yourself, what are the virtues I have? How can my virtues serve people? What services can my virtues bring? And I give you an example. If someone like an accountant who is an accountant, but at the time he found out that he loves accounting, he loves for numbers to be in the right place. He loves for people to be held accountable. And he loves that kind of person. He's the kind of person. And if the person goes for that to study accounting as a profession, that person will be the best accountant because he will not steal money, he will not falsify figures. And such a person will be wanted by anyone in the world. Even criminals will call the accountant to come and take care of their services, their wealth. But if that man that is based his accounting services on the virtue of faithfulness, on the virtue of accountability as a virtue, if he's making millions of dollars in services, and you look at him and say, man, accountants are making a lot of money these days, and because of the need for money, you get to accounting, you're going to be a criminal. Because it is greed that made you go into accounting, not the virtue of service for people to become better. Okay, so the first logic, the first algorithm is identifying the things that God has gifted you with. In that identification, what you're going to ask is, how do this thing that I have serve people? I have seen Oprah Winfrey does TV. She's a talk host. She's a billionaire. Some comedians, Trevor Noah is a billionaire. Dangote is a billionaire. Michael Jackson is a billionaire. Denzel Washington is a billionaire. See, these are different virtues. When you play to your virtue, it's no longer work. It is no longer, hustle. It is no longer job. It is now you being in your element. It's like a fish swimming. It's like a bird flying. A man creating wealth is living in his virtue, in his purpose. Every day, even today, I'm not feeling okay. Do you know when I start teaching my life, I start feeling healthier? As I'm teaching right now, I'm feeling like my body is being healed. Okay. Assignment number 1. Take a piece of paper and begin to look into your life and say, what are the things that I love to do that makes me happy? Each time I do it, I feel great about it. What are those things that God has given to you? I love to study to, give wisdom. I'm very dyslexic. I don't like reading. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not like reading. If I turn this camera out around my office here, you'll see a library. I bought a library. I actually bought a library from somewhere in Ugochukwu in Lagos State. I walked into a library. I bought the entire library and moved it into my house and my office. How much I love wisdom. Now, I have created a whole full industry on knowledge. I am one of those people that tell you that knowledge is the only asset that creates other assets. If you go to Proverbs chapter 24, verse 5, it says, by knowledge, the rooms are filled with all the pleasant and precious riches. By knowledge. So, yeah, that's what the Bible says. 24 verse 5. 24 verse 4. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with all the precious and pleasant riches. By knowledge. By knowledge. So, you should be in the business of learning. All of it right now. I don't care if you're doing real estate. I don't care if you're doing oil and gas. If I get into any of your businesses, I'll beat you because I will learn more about that particular industry more than you do. Okay. The second algorithm, the second logic is entrepreneurship. The second logic is entrepreneurship. Now, the first logic is creation, identifying your virtues. Second one is entrepreneurship, which is finding ways to improve the product you've identified. If you've identified your virtue, you know what your virtue is. Now you said, I'm going to turn my virtue into product and services to mankind. Then entrepreneurs are those who want to find the way to improve the quality of the product and the services they have for their customers. Entrepreneurs, I have seen so many entrepreneurs who are broke, and I'll tell you why. because they are so concerned about the quality of the product, they forget to make money from it. So entrepreneurship is finding a way to improve and build quality products and services. That's what entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers. They want to solve customer problems. They want to improve their product to be the best. The challenge is that they are so obsessed in creating the best products, they forget to make money from it. So entrepreneurship, and so many entrepreneurs, there's so many of them everywhere, but most of them that I meet are always struggling because they don't move from the logic of entrepreneurship into the third logic, which is the logic of business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it gets interesting. Business is about cash, sales. Please write it down. Business is about sales, bringing money into your company, bringing money into your life. Entrepreneurship is about development of products and services to solve human problems. Business is about cash flow. So there's so many entrepreneurs who are not businessmen. So you have gone from creation, which is identifying your virtue, into entrepreneurship, turning your virtue into products and services. But hey, move to the next logic, the next algorithm, which is how can I, who needs this product so much so that they're going to pay for it? Find a way to sell the heck out of your product. I built a company. My last company I built is 2 months old. Okay, the company is called Vivera, and this is a company that is built around bringing masters of knowledge in one platform and bringing the best in the industry in any areas of life, in family, in wealth, in finance, in leadership, bringing them under one platform. And these people are masters in their own areas. They are practitioners of what they teach. But now we have built in such a way that it's easy for it to be sold. So no matter how wonderful your values are, no matter how wonderful, if people are not buying, you go out of business. So businessmen are those who want to talk, bringing money into their business. Entrepreneurs are those who want to develop the best product in the world. So which one are you in the logic? Are you an entrepreneur? Oh, my business, my product is the best, my service is the best. You're talking about it all the time, but you're not converting them into cash flow. Now watch this. The best chef doesn't make the best restaurant owners. I don't need to be a chef to own a restaurant business. I don't need to be a pilot to own the best airline. I don't need to be, a player in football to own the best, to own the best clubs. So entrepreneurs is about service, businessmen is about cash and sales. So the third logic is you've built this business, this particular product is fine, it's good. Okay, keep on improving on it. But hey, create a business process that allows people to buy into this and make lots of money, because a business dies when money is not coming in. So the third logic is business. Maybe subsequent classes, if you are interested in being part of my class, I'm going to show you how to turn ideas into business. It's very simple. Now write this down. There are 5 stages of wealth creation. 5 stages. This is logic. 5 stages. Stage 1 is business wealth accumulation. Stage 1. So that's where business comes in. See, entrepreneurship is developing the value, developing the product. Business is turning that into cash flow or cash cow. Okay. Then the fourth logic of the algorithm of wealth creation is the logic of investment. This is asset. Now, if you make money from business, that money is what is getting to you based on the values you've created. Now, the danger is when your value has been sold and someone gives you money, that your money that you've received can depreciate in value. Once a service is rendered and cash is received, that cash can depreciate based on inflation and based on devaluation. So once money is paid into your business, 2 things you must do quickly. Put the portion you're going to use to improve the business process, but immediately convert those particular cash into asset immediately. Use a margin from your sales to buy or acquire asset. What is asset? Independent income generating items. Once I have 2 accounts, about 3 accounts in my company. That's what's called operating account. Okay, which is the account we have to run operations. Once customers come in, clientele pay, we make our sales. Okay, money comes in. But if our operational expenses, the amount of money we need to pay staff salary, pay the bills, pay utility bills, acquire more product, whatever it is we're doing, if the the monthly return, the monthly operational expenses is 10 million. Once we make more than 10 million, the rest of that money outside 10 million goes into what's called holding account. The holding account is where we're going to use that money to buy assets and the amount of money we're going to use to expand the business. In other words, as soon as your values, your services is converted to assets, to cash, immediately acquire assets. You know why? To preserve the original value of that product that is being sold. So some of those assets can be investment or particular asset you're buying for the purpose of preserving the value of the money you receive. So in other words, business is going on, you're making money from the values you created. At the same time, the money you're making is converted to other assets that can continue to generate income while your business is still thriving. That's the fourth logic. But you don't want to go into asset buying until you have a certain breakthrough in your business, a certain level of growth because you want to make sure the business, you put the money back in the business to continue to make more money until the business is able to stand on its own, and then continue to buy assets. As I speak to you right now, we have so much assets in our company that it's easy for us to expand to other businesses. Now write this down. Businesses need to have innovation department. Innovation means checking what you can do to improve what you're already doing. How can you develop new product, new market, without upsetting the normal traditional business? So you have a business that is running, okay? It's doing the right things, everything is traditional, is going well. Therefore, there should be a department that is thinking about how can we expand to new market? How can we improve, introduce new products? How can we acquire a new set of customers? That's innovation, without disrupting the flow of your growth that is already happening. So logic 4 is buying assets, investing in other people's business, so that as you're making money as a businessman, your money is making money as an investor. Okay. And there are those of you that want to continue this conversation, but please make sure you get your ticket for Evolve, this SMFEST coming in October. It's going to be really, really incredible. We're going to have more sessions and go into the details of what is happening right here. But before I continue on the second phase of the algorithm of wealth, I want to get some feedbacks here and on the screen. If you've learned something already, can I see on the screen what you're learning? I know my voice is cracky, but let me see what you're learning today. I'm looking at the screen right now. Let me see if you're learning something. Please type on the screen what you're learning, how you're feeling about today's class. I'm watching the screen and see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll bring some people on right now. I think they've been sharing stuff,
Okay.
So please, if you're learning something from what the mentor is sharing, please share on the screen so I can bring it up.
Okay.
The mentor needs some feedbacks.
Yeah. Okay, business dying when money stops flowing. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Okay. Let me come back. Am I back? Okay. So thank you guys. I love you guys. Please bear with me. I'm not my head is full. So back to the logic. I have given you algorithm is a sequence and process. So first of all, go back to the beginning. Okay. Start from identifying your virtues. What are the virtues you have? What are the giftings of life that you have? Okay. And then when you identify them, ask yourself this question: how can what I have serve people? In what area does what I have serve people? Let me tell you what I do. Don't make that mistake to go and look for what the world wants. Let me tell you, I love the way I live my life. I am doing what I am gifted to do, and I'm making millions on hundreds of thousands of dollars from it. I'm living my life on my terms. I'm not chasing money outside my virtue. Let me tell you this. You can know, okay, you can know what you need to do is, how do I create market around my virtue? How do I, thank you, my lovely brother, Pamtek, I love you. Rosemary Chumil, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys already. Plenty, okay? Let me tell you this. There's a lie that has been told to us. Everybody's hustling, looking for how to make money. No. Find how what you have can serve people. Limited money will be paid to you. How does what I have, if I can make millions of dollars from teaching, from solving complex problems, from simplify complexity, from philosophy, anybody can make money from anything else. What I did right is knowing there's a place where people need wisdom to crack complex issues. The essence of learning is to simplify complexity. And the more people get caught up in their life, the complexities of life, the convoluted nature of the world, and they come to me, I simplify things in a way that people can practice it. That I have created a massive market around it. So instead of me running around looking for money that's outside of who I am, I don't do that nonsense. What you have is needed. Please write it down to yourself. Your talent is needed. Your virtue is needed. What you have is needed. You just have to teach the world how to need what you have. What you have. When Apple phone was launched, Apple phone, Steve Jobs said, we don't need to ask customers what they need, because customers don't even know what they need. You just create what they need and teach them how to need it. Steve Jobs said, there's no point asking experts. Experts talk about what people have already done. So experts are those who are experts in what other people have done. Disruptors create something and teach the world how to need it. Oh, you guys are not following what I'm saying. I just don't want to mess people up here. The virtue you have is needed. You just need to teach people how to need what you have. That's what I did. That's what I did. I have to educate the world. So when Steve Jobs created Apple phone, he said people would love to use their real finger to point on the phone than using stylus. He said, but they don't even know that. Let's build the phone and then educate the masses how to knit the phone. And that's what they did. So instead of running around looking for what is selling, what is not selling, what you have need to be sold to the world. Sell what you have to the world. They will buy. Dubai was built and taught the world how to come to Dubai. They were asking Al Maktoum, what is going to happen if you build all these things? How are they going to say, build it, they will come. Bring your virtue, show it up to the world long enough, they're going to need it. If I can create millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in teaching philosophically, I don't know. In Africa, of all places, no, I don't know what your excuse is. People sing nonsense music. Do you know what makes music sell? They promote the heck out of the music. They put it on YouTube, put it on Spotify, put it on all the platforms. The day you hear it today, hear the next day, your brain begins to say, I think I need this thing. You don't need the music that you're hearing. It's just, it has been put in front of you so much, your brain says, no, this is so much in my space, I need to listen to it again. And guess what? You listen to it. Terrorists recruit people to come and die. Terrorists has made dying fanciful. People leave America, London, and travel to Afghanistan to join ISIS and then begin to, people leave America to go and join terrorists. And you have life and nobody's joining you. Something is wrong with the way you sell.
Oh my God.
Your virtue is necessary. Now, most of the drugs you're taking are poison, but you're still buying them because these guys produce this in the right label and then sell to the world. Everybody's buying death. You have life, you can't sell it. I don't get it. It's because we have been brainwashed that certain type of talent are sellable. No way. No way. If I can't sell knowledge to the rest of the world, I'm traveling to Dubai, I'm traveling to Malaysia. I mean, I have clients all over. I'm traveling everywhere in the world, Italy, Germany, and they're listening to me paying dollars. I don't know what's wrong with you folks. You can't. Now, there's a book I want you to buy this book, Selling the Wheel. Selling the Wheel. Let me teach you something. Let me teach you something quickly. This book talked about the person that invented wheel. The person that invented wheel. Now, the time the person invented wheel, which is the round, what you call wheel. Of course, you know what a wheel is. Can I get my marker? Somebody invented wheel, and nobody bought the wheel. Okay. Wheel. Selling the wheel. Yeah, sorry. Somebody invented wheel. And the reason why he invented the wheel was because he wanted to help farmers to move their product from the farm to where they're going to sell it. But nobody was buying the wheel. He brought the wheel to the people, the actual wheel, and brought them to the farm and said, you can use the wheel. People told him they're not going to buy the wheel because they have never seen anything like that. The first time wheel was invented. Nobody bought the wheel. You know why? In their head, the concept of wheel was not in their concept. In their head, in their mind, there's no such thing as wheel. They're used to putting when they get the farm produce, they put it on a basket and put it on the back of the bull. The bull will be dragging it. There's no mental space that accommodates the concept of wheel. So another person came and bought the franchise of the wheel and took the wheel and kept it in the house and started educating the people the concept of wheel. What wheel will do to you? It will reduce your drag time. It will increase your time of moving one product from here to here. It will save your energy. As people were buying this concept, as was educating the people, they say, okay, yes, I think it makes sense that we can reduce our drag time. We can increase our turnaround time. As soon as they bought the idea of wheel, they started placing an order for that idea of wheel before the product of wheel was sold to them. There's so many things you have, people are backward to buy from. Sometimes you need to bring people to the future before you can sell them something. Sell them the idea, sell the concept and the concept of what you have before they can buy the actual services. There's something you have that people are not up to the level in advancement of their mind to buy it. Do you know that the reason why the ISIS were able to sell people dying? Because they sell the concept of purpose to die for something that is beyond yourself. People now bought death because of what they are going to be in heaven, 12 virgins and all that stupid thing. So, and that's why when you sell a physical product, you're hawking. When you sell ideas of something, you're selling. In other words, it takes knowledge to sell an idea. You don't need knowledge to sell a product. Just go and show them, buy this pen. And that is dumb selling, because the pen in itself, the things that are listed there is already there. But when you sell the idea of a concept, no matter the form it comes, people will buy it. For example, why do people dream to buy Rolls Royce? Why do they dream to buy Rolls Royce? It's not a car. No, because it's not sold as a car. It's sold as an accessory of statement. It is sold as an accessory of recognition. It is sold as an accessory of an achievement. So those who are buying Rolls Royce are now buying cars to move. They are buying statement of presence and significance. So what you have as a virtue is needed, but you need to ask yourself, how can this solve people's problem? How can you elevate people into becoming more of who they are? If you find the place of where your virtue can serve people, whatever item that represents it, they will buy it. Do you know that I have Hindu in my mentoring program? I have Muslims in my mentoring programs. I have Indians in my mentoring programs. I have white people in my mentoring programs. And I use the Bible as my reference point, as my source of document. My source document is the scripture. My source document, the foundational teaching that I have for wealth creation, it is sourced from the Bible. I don't reference the Bible, I source from it. So if people who are Muslims, Hindu, Indians can come and subscribe to my mentorship program, and part of the requirement they need to get is the scripture, is the Bible, New King James Version, Old King James Version. They buy the concordance, they buy the books I ask them to buy dictionaries. They are different religion. I'm not even going to convert them to anything, but they still buy those books. It's because they know what I'm about to teach them is about how to become better. So your virtue is needed. You just figure out how to sell it. And until you observe human behavior and begin to understand the level of evolution of the human mind, it is difficult for you to rise up out of your poverty because you've not gotten into the complex attitude of learning how to solve complex problems in a simple form. Oh my goodness, I wish someone is listening to me right now. I wish someone is understanding what I'm teaching right now. I wish someone is following what I'm teaching right now. I wish someone is following.
It's crazy here, sir.
Get your ticket for SMFEST 2024. Is going to be absolutely incredible. Trust me. You know, if I can go this far online, imagine what happens in the physical realm. Okay. Now, all the speakers that are coming for SMFEST are top notch. They are iconic. You don't want to miss 2024 lineup. It is out of this world. If there's anything you must do, show up there. Show up in the spirit. Please, none of you should die until you have attended SFS 2024. If you attend it, your death will be postponed, never until you accomplish your goals. So let's move into the second level of wealth creation. The second level of the logical wealth creation. So the second level now is the transcendental. Now, transcendental means beyond form. Beyond form, okay? Okay, transcendental. Now, transcendental means the essence of creating wealth is beyond yourself. Please write it down. The essence of creating wealth is beyond yourself. So business is one of the elements of wealth creation. When you make money from the things, from the trade of what you offer to the world, it's called business. But when your money makes money with the money you have already made, it's called investment. But why are you building business? You don't build business for the sake of business. You build business to be able to transfer the values of that business to the next generation. That's what is called wealth. Wealth is generational. If you're building a business without a plan to hand over the values of that business, then you're not creating wealth. So wealth is beyond now. If you're not building anything that will outlast you, you're not in business of wealth creation. So transcendental is beyond now. So what is this? The fifth logic? I think that's seven. Logic number 7 is systems. Setting up a structure that accommodates different talents to contribute to the business growth. Now, when you build a business, you're selling the things you can, you're buying assets. Now you have established the foundation. You have identified your virtue. That's number 1. You're an expert in something. Number 2, you have created that virtue to identify the areas of need. Your virtue will solve people's problems. So it is not called services. It's no longer called virtue. It's called services and product. That's where you have identified an area of need where what you have as a gift can now be converted into a service or product. Then that's entrepreneurship. Then after you've done that, you're now beginning to serve people and making money. You're thinking about money. When you're in business, you're thinking about money. At the point of business, you're not thinking about product. You're thinking about how people can buy, how many times they can buy it, repeat purchase. You have a sales funnel that can do that. Then when you're buying that, when you're selling those things, you're now beginning to say, how can I build, buy, invest, and have assets that can make me, even if I'm not there, it will work. Then you move to the transcendental level. Now, the essence of system is to employ other, not employ, please, attract other talent. Please, you hire talent, you hire skills, you attract talent. Please write it down. you hire skills, you attract talent. You now want to find people whose virtue or talent complements your process. At this point in time, and that's why you call it called talent hunt. You now begin to look for other talent that can work with you to make what you are building better. In systems, you can have 10 people working on a project. You're contributing only 10% of what is required, but you're paid 10%, you're paid 100% of people's work. So in systems, other talents are coming together to help you make what you're doing already to be better. Remember, you're not just hiring skills, you're attracting talent. Talents are people who are in their element, doing what they love most, contributing to a bigger system than themselves. What makes you ability to attract talent is vision. If you don't have a vision, you can't attract talent. Is vision. There are so many talent people who don't have vision, but your vision can be big enough to accommodate them. So which means together you build a bigger pie. So in systems, you're putting structures and processes and procedures in place so that this talent can come together and it can work with you. The reason why you're putting system in place is to free your mind from doing everything. Any business or any venture you do that occupies your mind 24/7 is enslaving you, because you want to have mental space to think new thought, see higher vision. So that's why you have a system. So you're not bogged down in the daily operations of your wealth creation structure. So that's why you need systems. Now, at this point in time, it's no longer about you, it's about the vision. And more people are coming in to participate in the expansion of that vision through their talent. The reason why you build a system is to free yourself so you can think new thoughts. At the level of system, the next logic you need now is the logic of leadership as part of creating wealth. What does it mean? You're focusing on people leadership, which means you're inspiring people that are now working with you on this vision to provide direction, okay, and guidance. Okay. So at this point in time, systems in place. But let me tell you, leadership is difficult without a system. System means everybody's role is itemized, everybody's strength is already recognized. People are coming to work in the areas of their strength. And now your role is to provide vision, is to provide guidance. You're inspiring the people. You're not managing the people. You manage processes, you inspire people. Leadership is about inspiring people to see more than what they can see by themselves. Leadership is making people see more they cannot see in themselves. Leadership is it's not about helping people. Leadership is about teaching people how to help themselves. So, but you can't do that without a system. Otherwise, you get too personal with people, you begin to cross boundaries. But with systems, each person's role is identified, each person's role is articulated. People already know what to do before they come to you. But the only thing you keep reminding them is the vision, because they can get so caught up in the daily activity, they forget what the vision is about. But the role that fits that is leadership role. And look at what shocks you. The essence of leadership is to replicate yourself in people so that you will not be there all the time. The essence of leadership is to replicate your capacity in people, is to make people to take the place of ownership so that the particular entity that you're building can run in your absence. So the purpose of leadership is succession plan. So the test of leadership in wealth creation is not what happens when you're there. It's what happens when you're gone. So when you're becoming a leader, leadership means you are about to produce the people that will succeed you in your absence. You do it before the need for that. So now that you're active, beginning from the point of wealth creation, what you want to do at the beginning is legacy. So from the logic one, which is wealth creation, which is identifying your virtues and your values and turning them into product and services, and then turning those products and services into cash cow, and then making money from your business, and then taking some of that money to invest in other things so you can have enough time to think about how to improve the business, right? And then after you've done that, you're now building a system in place, attracting other talent to come and help you work that business well. At this point in time, the system makes you have more time to think, to come up with new strategies, and this time be more focused on the vision and inspire the people to live to their best potential. All of this leadership that you're doing is so that sometime in life, you move from being a person of value to being a symbol of value. A symbol of value is someone who lived a good life when he was alive, that people can remember his purpose and why, even when the person is gone. In other words, the purpose of creating wealth is to transfer generation, the value of this wealth to the next generation. Okay. And on that note, I think that you guys were blessed tonight. I hope I made sense to you on the algorithm of wealth creation. And what you accomplish by yourself is called achievement. What people accomplish with you is success. What they accomplish when you're gone is legacy. What people can do while you're there with them is what you accomplish by yourself in setting up the system and making sure everything is okay is called achievement. But what people can do while you're there with them, you're a successful person because you're not teaching people how to be successful. But what people can do in your absence when you're gone is legacy. And I'm going to leave you with this quote. Most of us do not see Jesus Christ, but we believe in Jesus Christ. When Jesus was alive, he was a person of value. When Christ was alive, he was a person of value. He poured his life into people. Jesus traveled more in the lives of his disciples than he traveled on the physical location of Jerusalem. You know, Jesus moved from making footprints to making a heartprint. Footprint is the places you traveled on earth, but heartprint are the many lives you touched on earth. Because sometime in this life, your body will be weak. Your body will be sitting in bags. Your company will be all over the world. But what you'll be feeling at the end, at the time you're about to meet your maker, is, did my life make impact in the other people's life? You will not remember the amount of money you made. You will not remember the amount of cars you bought. You remember the lives you built. And on that note, I want to tell you this, please start planning your estate. Start to put structure in place for people that will manage your wealth in your absence, and raise leaders who can continue the vision when you are gone. At this note, move from a person of value to a symbol of value, so that even in your absence of your body, the life will still love you. On the 24th, 2024 SMFEST is a groundbreaking platform, and I hope on this same platform you've gotten value tonight. And I pray that Almighty God will bless all of you and give you the strength and the will to live a life that is beyond you and make legacy while you're still alive. I love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Ugochukwu Omeogu. People are just shouting, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." Thank you so much. I said it before this meeting started. There is always a certain day in the life of every person. And I think today is that certain day. If you have got some notes of value, please drop some comments on the comment section. Mr. Ugo, thank you so much. A lot of value shared tonight. This is powerful. This is powerful. I don't know, have I had like this before? You know, like you're new every morning. Thank you so much, mentor. Thank you so much. Is anybody? I see a lot of comments. People are saying thank you all over. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time to be on this call with us. Thank you so much. So I know some people want to have a repeat of this class with Mr. Ugo. I don't know. Am I saying some people's mind? Do you think we need to have Mr. Ugo again on a call like this? If you think so, please drop it here so I want to be sure I'm not the only one thinking that Mr. Ugo should come again on a call like this with us. Oh my God. Yeah, everybody say yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I think I'll have to put this because I said it in the beginning that this guy said it. He said, wow, this is a turning point for me. Wow, this is a turning point for me. Oh my God, everybody say yes, want to have Dr. Ugo again. My billionaire friend is on the call. And I want to I'm going to teach people how to need what I have. I'll keep showing them. Thank you so much, Mr. Ugo, for your time tonight. If you have gotten some value, ensure that you drop a comment to thank Mr. Ogo. Then on the screen, you can see where you can get your SMFest ticket. If you get your SMFest ticket, we'll send you a replay of this meeting, so you can replay it. You don't have to listen to this thing once. You might have taken notes, but you need to feel Mr. Ugo once again on your screen. So you follow this link and get a ticket for SMFest, both physical and virtual. We'll have virtual tickets, we'll have physical tickets for SMFest this year. Sarah, I don't know if you're still on screen. I don't know. I'm thinking some people want to meet you again, maybe on a personal basis. Is this something we can talk about on this call, sir? Tari, is Mr. Ugo still on the call?
Yes, I am. So they can, those that wants to have a personal class with me, I'm going to talk about the 5 stages on how to convert ideas into, multinational business. So if they are interested, they can reach out to you, so we can create a platform where I can have them on a personal level and bring them into my cohorts and help them transit and then expand their business ideas. Yes, I can.
Wow, that is beautiful. Thank you so much, sir. So I may just have to quickly, don't go away on this call, don't go away. I'm gonna have to quickly get a Google form and get your details if you want to be in that personal session with Mr. Ogo. We're gonna make an arrangement where you will join that class. I don't know if you're interested in that. I'll be dropping a form that it's gonna be very bare, because I don't want it to have a lot of details. So I'll be dropping it on this group right now. I think what I need is short answer, name. So I'm actually creating a form right now. Full name. So don't go away, so you can be able to take part in this session. That is if you need it.
Yeah. So they can, those that are already they want to expand their business globally, or they're having issue putting a proper structure, or they have some ideas they want to, birth out, or they also have some money, they don't know how to expand their business, or the type of investment structure they can put for themselves, or how to even plan the expansion of their business. There's a wealth blueprint in my personal class. We can do something. So that should indicate interest, and I'll bring them closer. It will be my pleasure to do that.
Oh my God, this is this is wonderful. Mr. Ogo says he will bring you closer so you can learn more from him. So I'm dropping this link right now. Please don't make a mistake on the form, so we can be able to reach you. Okay, it is a short link, and I know that you will need it. I'm dropping the link right away. This should be compulsory. Okay, so I'm done already. I'll be dropping a link on the group. Is anybody helping me out there? So I'll be dropping a link right now, and if you see it, please click on it. And it's very simple. Just fill out your name, your email, and your phone number. We'll use that to contact you. Please, Noble, help me. I'm dropping that right now on the comment section. Dropping that. Is all over the check on SMFEST. Anywhere you see SMFEST, you can see it on Silicon Africa comment. No, that's check on the comment section. I just dropped it. I'll drop it again, please. I'll drop it again. It's a Google form. Just go there, put your name, your phone number, and your email address. Mr. Ogo, thank you so much for this night. It was value packed, and despite your the code, you delivered so much to everyone who was on this call. We appreciate you, sir, and we love you so much. Thank you for sir, I personally love you. Thank you for all the things you've shown me and what you have brought, the kind of value you've brought to me personally that is translated to what people are saying today. Thank you so much. We love you. I want to say thank you for being on the call tonight. You got a lot of value, and we love you, sir. So, guys, if you are still on the call, please drop a thank you message to Mr. Ogo for being on this call tonight. Thank you so much, sir. We love you. We love you. We love you. And if you're still on this call, get your SMFest ticket at smfest.org/ticket, or you can message the WhatsApp number on this call. If you got value, please drop some flowers for Mr. Ugo. He has been super amazing. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, we love you, and we say thank you for being our guest tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Would have taken questions, but the time is far gone. Thank you so much. Let Mr. Ugo rest. Thank you so much for this value. Please get on that form. I'm still dropping it again. Get on that form, fill out that form, and we'll get in touch with you on the personal classes or class with Mr. Ogo. He has said what he's going to be sharing with us. You know, I think you want to be in that class to deepen what you have had tonight. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So I'll just take a little break, a short break. So you see, just a short break. Just a short break. Yeah. All right. So this is SMFest. Nobody, is it playing? Please just get me up there. Thank you, Mr. Ogo. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Right. So we will be showing some of our clip for SMFest. All right. So please play that clip so people can hear. This event at this level. If you look at the arrays of our speakers.
Good morning, Owerri, and welcome to SMFest Owerri 2023.
There's no time to stop making money, but there's a time to start using it to help other people who are there. It's all young people who are now in their t-shirts talking about billions. These are the game changers, and how we encourage them to do that game changing is critical.
I don't care how much you have, you've not even scratched 1% of what is possible. You did law for 5 years to become a lawyer. You did medicine for 6 years. Then when you now come to money, you want to do it for 2 weeks.
There's something I didn't play with: consistency. You see, people talk about consistency a lot. You cannot be consistent in doing the same thing and expect different results. You need to change the game.
Nobody can steal your idea. It's like stealing you. Whatever you do in life, do it in a way that nobody else can. Difference between excellence and mediocrity is a feather. Every time you turn up, be on your game all the time. The difference between mediocrity and excellence is a feather.
One of the things I have dreamed about is the day that excellence will be attached to the Eastern region. And that is why we're bringing this event at this level. If you look at the arrays of our speakers, every one of them is a game changer. This was a snippet from the last year SMFest. And men and ladies, I want to invite you to SMFest Owerri 2024. Mr. Nabo, please, can you play the script for SMFest Owerri? This is my invite to you. Nabo, are you ready? Hi, my name is Ajay Excel, and I want to specially invite you to SMFEST Owerri 2024. In the previous years, SMFEST have hosted the best of industry experts across different fields. In this year's SMFEST, we have carefully selected industry experts who have results in making money in the digital space. So they will be the ones showing you the practical steps how you also can do that. Beyond this speaking, SMFEST prides itself as one of the biggest social networking events in Africa. As such, you will have the opportunity to connect with over 2,000 like-minded people at the SMFEST event. On the 19th of October 2024, SMFEST will be hosted at the very prestigious Landmark Event Center in the city of Owerri, and I don't think it's something you want to miss. Yes. Nabu, can you put on Mackenzia's video? Do you have that, please? Bring it up. Nabu, bring it up. Do you have that? Okay, so can you bring up the other videos? Okay, Nabu, please, can you bring up the other videos of the other speakers who you have their videos on the call? So people will have to see. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on this call. Okay, so people are complaining that the email is not working, email form is not working. Okay, don't worry, we'll have your phone numbers, we'll contact you via your phone numbers. Okay, Nabu, do you have the other speakers video? If you have that, please, can you push it to the screen?
I'll be live in Owerri on the 19th of October 2024 for SMFEST 2024. It is time to evolve, and I'll be showing you, teaching you strategies on how to evolve in your finance when it comes to investments. I'll be showing you how to predict the next big move and how to position your finances properly when it comes to investments. And there will also be a masterclass session, which is where I really want you to be. At the masterclass session, we're going to be sharing amazing strategies on how to invest in Nigeria, globally, and how to make good investment decisions. So make sure you get your ticket. To get your ticket, just go to www.smfest.org/ticket. Ensure you get your ticket and sign up for the masterclass, and I will see you on the 19th.
Oh, please, can you put on the other ones? Thank you.
And that is why I'm inviting you to join me and other industry leaders at the SMFEST Owerri. I'm going to be sharing secrets that I have never shared before. It is time to evolve. And that is why I'm inviting you to join me and other industry leaders at the SMFEST Owerri, happening on the 19th of October 2024. It is happening in Owerri, and I am going to be there to share secrets with you in order to help you evolve. All you need to do right now is go to www.smfestforce.org/ticket and get your ticket so that you can get a front seat, so you can hear everything and learn everything you need to succeed in this industry. I'm going to be sharing secrets that I have never shared before. Get your ticket right now and secure a seat for yourself. I'll see you in Owerri, guys.
Okay, now give us the last one. Who is also going to be at SMFEST. We'll have our video. If you have not gotten your SMFEST ticket, get your ticket on the link. Get the link there. Okay. Now, do you have the last video? If you don't, then can I get that? Right. Just a little patient.
I'm going to be sharing secrets that I have never shared before. It is time to evolve. And that is why I'm inviting you to join me and other industry leaders at the SMFEST Owerri, happening on the 19th of October 2024. It is happening in Owerri, and I am going to be there to share secrets with you in order to help you evolve. All you need to do right now is go to www.smfestforce.org/ticket and get your ticket ticket so that you can get the front seat, so you can hear everything and learn everything you need to succeed in this industry. I'm going to be sharing secrets that I have never shared before. Get your ticket right now.
Owerri
The other video, is
2024.
that all you have?
Number one, past editions were. Hello everyone, so 5 reasons why you should attend Social Media Fest Owerri 2024. Number one, past editions were mind-blowing, like Iwore Mind. We had amazing speakers like Josh Tufoni, like Brain Jota, Sabinus, and many more. And this year promises to be bigger and better. Number two, the testimonies we received from past participants. Obana Bomb Blast, how they're making a lot of money on social media, how they understand social media better, how they make a lot of people. See, man, not talk too much. Number 3 reasons why you should attend this fest is that you have the opportunity to ask all the questions you want to ask as regards social media, and you will definitely get answer. Number 4, you will have the
Hi. Yes. Come join myself and other industry experts for SMFest 2024 happening live in the city of Owerri. The date is on the 19th of October 2024, and I would love you to come hear amazing things that will boost your mind. This year's theme is tagged Evolve. Yes, we like you. I personally want you to evolve and come hear about other things that will help you evolve in your business, in your craft, and what have you. Okay, you can go get your ticket at smfest.org/tickets. Yes, please go get your ticket, alright? I'll be waiting to see you guys there. So guys, let's go back to shoot, okay? Princess, yeah. Let's go back to shoot, please. Are you still recording? Please go get your ticket. So go get your ticket, don't look at me, go get your ticket.
Thank you, Mr. Noble. Thank you, Mr. Noble. Just get the official flyer ready so you can show everybody all the speakers that we have at the SM Fest. And this year's SM Fest, we are actually having a master class, and we're having a founders mixer at the SM Fest on Friday of the event. That's Friday before Saturday. We're having a founders mixer, and it's a regional founders mixer. So we're bringing all the tech founders within the region to one room where they'll have AWS partners. We have a number of tech infrastructure partners that will be joining us at the SM Fest 1. And we have government stakeholders, investors, angel investors, developers, tech founders to network and connect, at the SM Fest. This will happen on Friday at the Protea Hotels. But this particular event is exclusive. Founders, CTOs, if your business is enabled with technology, come for this conversation. Okay, you don't know what's going to happen for you. We have our partners who are possibly going to give you some AWS credits to run your business. So show up at the Founders Mixer. Then on Saturday is the SM Fest, 19th of October. After the Saturday event, on Sunday is an 8-hour masterclass with Mark Angel. He's going to be showing us the algorithms around YouTube, how he was able to build his channel and became who he is in the industry. He's one of the highest paid YouTubers in Africa. We have John Obidi, who will be in that masterclass. We also have Nathaniel Disu, who is a financial analyst. He will tell us the next big move where you can invest your money and get good returns. We have Kenny Wokoye and we have Barrister Nina. So come on, guys. If you have not gotten your ticket, look at the link on this message and go there and get your ticket. Get your ticket and ensure you are at this year's SM Fest. And on 5th of October, we are going to be having the last pre-SM Fest conversation with Mr. John Obidi, the chief of night school. He will be on the call with us on the 5th of October. So if you have enjoyed today's session, John Obidi is coming on the 5th of October for the last conversation and pre-SM Fest conversation. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We'll say we love you and we hope to see you at SM Fest. Please make sure you meet me at SM Fest and say, I got my ticket because of the pre-SM Fest conversation you held with Mr. Ugochukwu Omeogu. Thank you so much. And to Mr. Ugo, who have impacted all of us tonight. We say thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity to learn from you tonight. Have you guys had a good time tonight? If you have, drop a comment on the comment section. Say thank you to SMFest. Promote SMFest. Push it everywhere. We are even happy and glad to announce that MTN is one of our official sponsors this year. This is a great testimony. So, Noble, please, if you have the official flyer of SMFest, please drop it on the screen and put us a background music. If you have any question about SMFest, look up the WhatsApp number here, send a message, or get onto the platform to chat us up. Thank you, everyone, for being on the call. I want to say thank you. I love you. And good night. See you guys on the 19th of October, 2024, whether online, virtually, or at Landmark Event Center Owerri. I love you guys. Bye.
you